You're muted.
The banner was taking a minute to come down. What's up?
Guys.
Hello there. My hair is all
How
in
you
my face.
girl? This headphone life is new.
Oh yeah, because you usually have earbuds.
Yes. And this
It's so
cord. It's like
because they're supposed to point down. They're
it's
supposed
supposed to be above my head, but that was gonna mess
yeah.
with my ponytail, so that wasn't
Ah,
gonna happen.
it's a lot that goes on with that. It's a lot. You got to find your headphone vibe. But this
Correct.
is welcome to the official podcasting world because when you have the
Da-da-da.
headphones, that makes it totally official.
That makes it official. And the fuzzy mic now. The fuzzy mic is like a new thing.
So you on the headphones and the fuzzy mic too.
Girl, look out.
Let me
At the bear cave.
upgrade you.
At the bear cave. You were supposed to be here. Come on over.
Well, I couldn't get myself together this
Girl, I
morning.
understand.
So, and I knew that was going to happen last night. That's why I was like, I'll be at my place. I'm not even free, everybody. Don't even look
She
for
said,
me.
I'ma just make it to my living room.
I'll be, and barely made it here. Okay. But
Yay, hey,
nonetheless,
but you did. But God. Amen.
amen. Amen. So
Ah,
let's officially kick everything off. And my
let's do it.
glasses feel like they are so blurry, child. I'm just trying to see,
Uh-oh.
girl. My God.
Well, I
If
don't
that
even have
wasn't
my contacts in, so I can see you, but I can't see the issue with the glasses. So
a girl, I can't. So hey, y'all, welcome to So You Don't Put Syrup on Your Grilled Cheese. Hold on, take two. I have the giggles. Okay. All right. Serious face.
I didn't have to drive anywhere.
Wait, are we delayed? Can you hear me? What
I can
happened?
hear you. It looked like we took a little Wi-Fi break.
Okay. Let's make sure everything is because we got
But
some
it seems like we are.
important things to talk about today. Is it better now?
I know. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. This is the most auntie-ish thing ever that the Wi-Fi acting silly and stuff. Okay. Can you? Yeah, I'm here. Are you there? Are we here? Tell us in the comments. Can y'all hear us? I think we are. Can y'all hear me? Who's frozen? Me or Kalonda? Because we need to figure out where the Wi-Fi situation is acting crazy.
I could
So if y'all are watching, tell us in the comments who is frozen or who's what's happening, me or Kalonda, because we can't tell. Because you keep freezing for me, but not on my devices.
uh,
Have y'all streamed from the Bear Cave already?
yeah. Say it again.
Have y'all streamed from the Bear Cave
Did I what in
already?
the bear cave already?
Did you stream?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
Because I'm
Um,
just wondering, y'all got a lot of electronics over there. So I'm just wondering
stream.
if we're off of everything over at the Bear Cave. We're gonna tell y'all what the Bear
Ooh,
Cave is in a moment. Um, but yeah, have y'all streamed over there?
Chile.
Do we need a technical difficulties thing? Can y'all hear me?
Okay,
Tell me
you're
in the comments, please, if y'all can hear me or if you can hear Kalonda.
back now.
Please tell us in the comments if you can
Oh,
hear me or if you can hear Kalonda. Oh, and I need to change my name.
You hear me?
No, it's really, really, really frozen. But it's not on my end.
Check, check. I can hear you now. It seems like it's trying to catch up.
Yeah. Okay. So are you still here with me? So Kalonda's over at the Bear Cave, and we're gonna tell you what the Bear Cave is in a little bit. But this is a new setup. You know, we stay changing things every time we change something. So we're just trying to find the ideal way to do this. But also, if you're watching, at least say hi. Say hi in the comments. Dime hola en los comentarios. We are international. Estamos internacionales hoy. Estoy muy emocionada. Entonces, dice hola en los comentarios. Porfa. Please say hi in the comments and let me know who you are. See, now y'all get to hear me sing. But also, let me tell you about my morning because until Kalonda gets back, because it was wild. So I think I went to sleep probably at like 1 a.m., which is normal for me. But then I woke up at like 5 a.m. So while I am awake, I am also not awake because I didn't insomnia. I don't know what's happening. This is new for me. I've never had an issue being able to go to sleep before, but this has been very interesting, and I'm going to blame it on perimenopause because WTF, you know, it's wild. So yeah, I'm awake. I'm not really a morning person, hardly ever. And I will do things in the morning, but I prefer to start my days at 11 a.m. But because I woke up at 5 a.m., I am now like in the middle of my day, but also in the middle of my day, very, very tired, maybe, and like groggy. So it's a weird space to be in, and I don't really know. Hello, welcome back.
All right.
Ooh,
Try
that
this again.
feels so much better.
All right. Woo. Okay. It was
You
about
got
to be a
it?
phone situation if I was like, I'm gonna just get on my phone if this don't work. But I
Well,
think it
yeah,
will.
that's the best way to troubleshoot it. So you good? You got your
Mhm.
headphones situation together? Can you hear me? Is the mic is
I can
on
hear
loud and
you.
clear?
It's good. The mic is on. Can you hear me? All the
I
good
sure
things.
can.
All
Okay,
right.
so we'll put into the comments the show starts at 9 minutes and 55 seconds. Hello, welcome.
Welcome.
So you don't put syrup on your grilled cheese. Bienvenidos a todos a los, hold on, how do you say this en español? Un momento. Entonces, tú no pones miel en tu sándwich de queso? ¿Por qué?
Hey.
¿Por qué? We
Sí,
are
¿por qué
two
no?
we are two real life cousins, and we are here to talk about the stuff that we thought was normal in our family, but it was actually the recipe of family dysfunction. So we are on a mission to unpack all of that, share our stories, help others find their voices when it comes to healing and mental health. And we invite you along for the journey of self discovery, laughter, and maybe even a little bit of healing. So, hi, hola, me llamo Kimberland. My name is Kimberland, Thailand, House of O'Neill, Jackson, and Adams. Empathetic energizer, intuitive, inspirational innovator, seer of souls who are hurting, healer of hearts, and voice to the voiceless.
Hey now. Well, I am Kalonda, House of Jackson, first of her name. I'm an assistant of entrepreneurs, a beacon of banter, creator of content, dancer of dreams, excellence enchantress, and New Orleans native.
Woo, 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 woo.
Hey now.
So, we have some agreements that we share here,
Yes,
and that is for you all to know how to interact with us, how to like how we operate things up in this piece. Okay,
absolutely. So,
you got
first
them,
and
or you?
foremost, you can Mhm. First and foremost, from us, you can expect transparency and knowing that we are a good time, even when the Wi Fi says otherwise. Um,
Evenly.
from Don't believe it. So, from you guys, what we expect is just interacting with us, engaging, getting in the comments, telling us where you're from, where you're watching from, what questions you may have. We want to talk to you. We also want you to be able to share anything that you thought was fun, exciting, impactful with your friends and family in your circle. So, like, subscribe, share, subscribe, comment, and watch. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but also watch. So definitely tell us about whatever sparks your fancy. We want to know. And we're looking at the comments and we'll be responding to you too.
Cool. So we do have some updates, like
Hmm.
general updates that we want to give. The first is we have been talking about this internship program for a while. We have
Hmm.
mentioned many times that we are aunties, and every time we get here online, we do something to further show why we need these interns. Okay. So, having said that, a reminder that if you are between the ages of 18 to 25 years old, primarily, we are looking for you. If you are interested in content creation, in front the scenes, behind the scenes, any of that, please go ahead and check out the areas that we have here on the screen. So editors, producers, engineers, video engineers, sound engineers, chat moderators, social media managers, virtual assistants, graphic designers, again, any area that has to do with content creation, please do reach out to us. So the way that you can apply is by scanning the QR code that is here on the screen, or go to tinyurl.com/ so you don't put syrup on your grilled cheese, the acronym, intern app. Okay, or you could just scan the QR code that's on the screen. Okay, so we'll leave it up here for a second. If you fall outside of the age range of 18 to 25, it is absolutely okay. You can still apply. But we are primarily looking for our young adults who are getting into the career path and such and so. And y'all, it ain't got to go down like they telling you. All right. So ways to help you over here, to live a life that actually brings you joy at a soul level.
Yes.
Also, we have an Ask An Auntie section. Ask An Auntie is where you get to ask us questions that maybe you couldn't ask anybody else, right? I grew up in a house where if you ask questions, you got a whipping. So maybe you grew up in one of those types of houses, or maybe stuff is coming up right now. I was telling them when you were away and then coming back, I feel
Uh-huh.
like pause is like my sleep is so off right now. So
Oh.
I wake up at 5, and then
Hmm.
though this is at 11, I very much am in the middle of my day, but also not awake. So it's a weird place. But anyway, I bring all that up because this is stuff that we need to talk about. So
Right.
if you go to tinyurl.com/ ask an auntie, tinyurl.com/ ask an auntie, that will allow you to make a submission, and then you
Hmm.
can ask us questions, and you don't have to be younger than us. You could be like, girl,
What is
we
this?
need to talk about the such and so, because it's a lot. Like I have been having chronic ear infections. For what?
Mm,
Why? But ear
right.
issues is
Right.
one of the things that happens with menopause.
Of
I'm sick of it.
perimenopause.
I just
And
want
I
to
didn't
be,
even know
I
that
already,
until recently. I had never heard the whole ear itching, ear ache as a symptom. I was
I'm over it.
like, surely you're kidding. But
It is tearing me up. Okay. And it's so crazy because it's not like I'm washing my hair every day or like showering in a way to get water
right,
in my ear. So like what is the
right,
issue? Like I'm so over it. But anyway, that might be something we need to talk about in the Ask an Auntie section because
right.
what is I'm supposed to do? I can't have
What
ear
is
infections for the next 10 years. That's not gonna work.
no,
Okay.
let's not do that. Let's not do that
So
at
yeah.
all.
So yeah. So anyway, Ask an Auntie is a segment that we have, and you can be anonymous if you want when you submit that, no problem.
Hmm.
But that is where we will unpack the things and give you our opinions and talk about it and such and so. And then lastly, if you are wanting to be a guest on the show, you can do that. You can come and hang out with us. So
Yes.
what you would do is you would send an email to mindingmyblackAssBusiness@gmail.com. You use the subject line, let me on there. Okay. And that is how you qualify to get on the show. Plus, you have to taste syrup on your grilled cheese. It is absolutely necessary. There is no way around it. Don't send us no email talking about you want to come on here and you ain't willing to taste the syrup on the grilled
Mm-mm.
cheese. Okay.
And it's good with vegetarian cheese too. So you
It
don't
is.
let that deter you if you don't eat cheese. It can
Yeah.
still happen.
Exactly. There's a way. Where there is a will, there is a way.
Amen.
Okay. And if you want to be over up on here, holla at us. Minding my black ass business at gmail.com with the subject line, let me on there. All
Amen.
right. So why don't you kick us off with our Yes Indeed Life updates and tell the people about the bear cave because
Wow.
we've referenced it a few times, but where you at?
Where you at? So I'm still in Medellin. I am in the bear cave, which actually is turning out to be a very lovely Airbnb that is set up very nice for content creation. Um, Super cute. There are lots of little, I don't know, special little corners that you feel like would be really nice to like send a message from. So I must say, in all transparency, I haven't recorded anything here yet other than this right now, but
Ma'am.
that is going to change. I was going to do it this morning before us,
Uh-huh.
but then I decided breakfast was a better idea. So I
Okay,
had
that's
pancakes,
fair.
eggs, and bacon instead.
Well, damn,
It was
breakfast,
really good.
breakfast, didn't you?
Yeah, breakfast. I was like, let me get some time management in here and get some food.
Heard.
Um, but yes, so since the other portion of our bear tribe, Bianca is here, then we called this the bear cave because that's where the bears hibernate. And we were trying to decide yesterday if they forage, and I think we decided that they do not. But for some reason, that was the word that came to mind.
If bears
Um,
doesn't forage mean to go look for things?
yeah. So I don't know if they necessarily forage, like if people describe bears as foraging.
Not during the winter.
Well, no, not
Definitely
when they're
not.
hibernating, but like
Oh,
in
I don't
general,
know.
if that's a word that's ascribed to them. So I was thinking, no, it was not after I said it. It's just a word I like.
Gotcha.
But yes, it's where the bears live and where the bears have fun and set up their shelter and all the good things. So been super excited to experience this and super happy for the next chapter of where the
Yay.
bear cave moves because it's a mobile cave. And
Yes, a mobile international cave.
right?
I love that. That's what's up. Quick thing. See if you have a box or something that you can put the computer on, because I know that the camera is much
I
higher.
know.
And
And
but you
because I'm
want to look
looking
at
at
me. I
you,
know.
and
I
I
know.
know, I
See,
know.
see if where's Bianca? See if she could hand you a box or something to put it so you can raise the screen.
If I
Um,
just look at the camera like I'm supposed to, I'll be good.
but then you won't be able. It's the connection. It's the
Right. I
connection.
want to
I
look you in your
understand.
eyes.
Yeah, yeah. So what I was gonna say with the bear cave, it is so cute, y'all. It is there's a gorgeous kitchen. There's a cute little area, like living room sitting area with a fireplace job. Because I be cold. So the other day I was like, excuse me, can I turn on the fire? Instant heat. Okay, push a button. Hello. The areas Kalonda sitting in, like the podcast studio office area, is really cute. The lighting in the bathrooms is incredible.
Nice.
Like, so we had a chef come
Oh my
over.
gosh.
So one of the things that I be doing is I be out here networking and trying to build community. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you about that in a little bit. But one of the products of that is Chef David. And Chef David is a chef from Venezuela, and he lives here in Medellin. And I don't know if I put this on my Patreon. So this is the way my vlogs work, y'all, is the vlogs that are public happened last year. The vlogs that are happening now are in the Patreon. Okay. So anyway, I made a vlog. I think I put it in the Patreon of going to the market with Chef David. He showed me where the seasonings was at.
Ooh,
at the Badia. Girl, the angels sang when I walked in.
I felt like I heard them in the picture. I was like, oh, it is seasoning heaven. Every Badia seasoning you could think of was on these massive shelves. It was
gorgeous. It was gorgeous. So anyway, Chef David showed me all of that a couple weeks ago. So then the other day we had him come over to the Bear Cave, and y'all, he cooked. How many course meal was that?
Oh my gosh, it was everything. I mean, we had entrees that were like chorizo and like this brown sugar maple or syrupy reduction of amazingness. We had salmon tartare on toast. It was phenomenal. Then he had the entrees of trout and marsala sauce with salmon marinated in masala. We had a green salad. We had broccoli. We had a dessert that was amazing of like Kit Kat Snicker white chocolate situation with like toasted sesame oil. It was wild. And then the best thing about all of it was he brought maybe like bread and wine, but everything else, it was just whatever he found in the kitchen, and was like, all right.
And I think
I'm
you said
making
tomato paste, right?
Oh, and tomato paste, correct.
Bread, wine, tomato paste. That's all he brought with him.
And made this phenomenal meal, y'all. And just, he's such a fun person. And it was cool because like I'm taking him on the tour of the kitchen. So I'm showing him the words in English. He's teaching me the words, or I'm saying them in Spanish. He's saying them in English. We're teaching each other and correcting each other when we get it wrong and practicing throughout. It was an awesome experience. His personality is amazing. He was dancing and making drinks. He's also a mixologist. So he made this amazing beverage that was phenomenal, that worked as a mocktail and with the rosé. I cannot sing his praises high enough. It was so good.
It was so freaking good. So we're going to have to, I don't remember. So I've been on and off of social media. So I don't remember if I posted a picture, but we're going to have to be intentional with like posting a picture and posting a couple video clips. Y'all, experience. You understand?
Full on.
Experience. Okay.
So good.
We were able to like record that in this gorgeous kitchen, and like it was an experience. So anyway, I just wanted to chime in on that of the ways that we've been using the Bear Cave, because while you may not have been recording any personal videos, we've definitely been using it to create some content.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. I love it here. Then we have another huge announcement aside from our experiences with Chef David. So with YouTube, minding my black ass business, we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Wait, I thought I did the. Where's the air horn? I thought is it playing? Oh, I can't hear it. I couldn't hear it. Okay, as long as y'all could hear it. Yay!
phenomenal. Thank you to everybody who watched, who shared, who reached out. It's truly meant a lot. I know Kim has been building this channel for a while, and just to be able to see that success and hit that that not first milestone, but one of the big milestones is huge, and we really appreciate the way that you guys have supported us through that.
Yeah, getting to 1,000 subscribers is like the hardest part. And in theory, it doesn't seem like it should be difficult, right? Because like on my Facebook page, right, there are 1,700 people, for instance, right?
Right.
So it's like, okay, everybody go like the page. Well, number one, algorithms, trash.
Facts.
Okay, so you don't even see what you want to see, right? So
Right.
you got to intentionally be thinking about somebody to go and look at their page. So that's the first thing. But then the second thing is a lot of people consume on YouTube, but they don't take that extra step of clicking the subscribe button for whatever reason. So
Right.
to get 1,000 people to actually be like, I'm watching, and also let me click this button
Tell me when you
because
come on again. I don't want to. I
yeah,
don't want to miss a video. I don't want
yeah,
to miss one. And it's amazing because there's so much content on there. You get vlogs from Kim. You get our content here with So You Don't Put Syrup on Your Grilled Cheese. You get content from me sometimes of content Kalonda. There's so much to interact with, and even being able to share as we talk about alignment, some of these new people that we've been brought into the circle with. It's just been an amazing experience, and you can have access to that by clicking that subscribe button and the little bell, because it'll notify you when those videos pop up.
that's it. Click the button. Ding! That's it, the two actions. So if you have not done that already, if you have not subscribed already, please do take a moment right now at this moment and go ahead and like this video and click the subscribe button, and also stay and watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang out.
Because that's the other thing. Is it's not just the subscribing, there's also a certain number of watch hours that we have to
Correct.
have, and we are halfway there. So this is the behind the scenes with the YouTube things, in case anybody didn't know. So you have to have, in order to be monetized on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have 4,000 watch hours, or like 10 million views in shorts.
Yes.
Shorts is not our ministry, so we let that go.
Right.
Okay. But this long form content is definitely, this is what we do, right? So we're at about 2,000 something watch hours right now. So all we need is everybody to take a moment and watch 2 hours of content. That could be you hanging out with us here live. That could be you going back and watching one of the previous episodes. That could be checking out vlogs. Like Kalonda said, it's so many different types of things that are there. And honestly, you don't even have to be sitting there watching it. Just put it on. Just put it on.
Listen
and
to
go
it in
do
the
what
background.
you need to do. Okay.
Exactly.
That's it. All of that counts for us. Also, when you are watching a video, in order to let your watch time count, you have to watch for at least 20 minutes. So that's another ask, that if you do come in, that you watch for at least 20 minutes, so that those 20 minutes will count towards our watch hours. So that was huge. It was huge. We did a little twerk session right quick at the Bear Cave. And it's still kind of session. Yeah, it's still kind of like sinking in, I think, a little bit. But also making me extremely motivated for what is coming, because I know there are so many new people. For instance, we mentioned Chef David, and then we have Vero and Camila and Manuela. And it's like so many people that we're going to be able to kind of introduce and help them also launch their own YouTube pages. So it's really exciting. It makes me really excited.
Absolutely. So looking forward to it. And then speaking of new things and excited, I mentioned it last week at like the very tail end. But I am on the interwebs now officially with my executive assistant network called Visionary Executive Network. Yay!
Woo, 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 woo. Hold on. Where my air horn went? I need to hold on. There it is.
Yeah. I have had my baby, y'all. I have had my baby. super excited. I definitely realized that I enjoy being in a position to help people. It's not so much about me being like, oh, I need to be the person in the front. I need to be the one that's running this. But I do enjoy getting to hear and just kind of work through the thought processes with visionaries, and finding ways to create those paths so they can achieve those dreams. So with Visionary Executive Network, you can go on there. If you're like, Kalonda, I want an executive that's going to work with me, or an executive assistant that's going to work with me um, for 40 hours this month, working with, just to streamline my processes, help me out with thought planning, create documents for me, whatever that looks like, I can do that. Or if you just need a la carte services, like, I just need you to manage my calendar or help me manage my email, or
Because
can you
would you
create
please?
she's like, please, could you, create these training documents for me? There's a lot of flexibility in what I can do, and I actually enjoy doing it. So it allows you to actually work on your business instead of being stuck in the business part of it. So super excited about that. It also has a link on there to my other baby, the Wildly Joyful Life Journal, which is super exciting. It's a great way to interact with ChatGPT or any AI that you feel most comfortable with, um, and helps you just really design what your dream life looks like. And outside of creating that, helping you set up those day-to-day goals to help you achieve that dream. So I know, Kim, you had a little bit of experience with kind of testing that out for me. What did you come up against? So what feedback did you get?
Yeah, so I contract with a company that does professional development for educators across the US. And I am the contractor engagement specialist. So every month we have these themed gatherings, if you will. So this month, our theme was virtual vision board. It's January. So, new year, new me, all the things, right? So I told them, I was like, we're going to do this virtual visioning experience, but we are going to use AI. And it was so interesting how, so first what you do is you answer some questions, right? Okay. So I had them answer the questions, and they were all, very focused and all that kind of stuff. And some to varying degrees of detail.
Right,
It's like answer the question until you finish answering the question,
right,
so there were 10 questions that they had to answer. So then you take the prompt and those questions and you put it into your favorite AI tool. I had people crying. There were people, they were like, I need to turn off my camera for a minute. There were people who were like, oh my God, I have never thought about using AI in this way. They were the types of connections that were made. Now, granted, with this company, some of us know each other, but we're all virtual. We're remote all over
right.
the world. So a lot of us have never met. And then there were new people in the space that had just joined the company and all of that. The types of connections that were happening in the breakout rooms when I allowed them to go and talk about it, the way that then they were like, how do we make sure that this doesn't just become a fun thing that we did one day? Like,
Oh,
how do we actually make this happen? And I was like, okay, so now let's talk. So we were able to put a plan into place with accountability partners. It was so amazing to watch. And that was just a small snippet. We only did the first part.
right.
But they were like, I can go back and I can tweak my answers and I can give it more information. I'm like, yes. And that's the best part about it. Everybody who was there was not well versed in AI. Some people needed
Hmm.
step-by-step directions, and
Yeah,
they were like, wow, that was easy. Yeah, it's not difficult,
yeah.
It was awesome. It was a really, really, really awesome experience. And so we have an accountability board where people are posting their dreams and
Oh,
checking in with each other to make sure that this year that they are moving towards a wildly joyful life. It was dope.
oh, look out. That just warms my heart so much, because that's literally what it did for me. And
Hmm.
as I was doing it, I was like, more people need this.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much easier than we give ourselves credit for. And I know you and I had talked about different things like the 12-week year and how do you break this down to make it attainable, so it's
Mm-hmm.
not just, I want to open a business this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
how, now what?
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about that. So if you go to visionaryenetwork.com, there's the link for the Wildly Joyful Life Journal there. I'm also going to start doing some kind of workshops where I can walk you through that process so you can also experience that with other people. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now
Y'all
you've
tell
been
us.
living, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to tell them to tell us in the comments if they have ever
Mhm.
used AI to plan portions of their life. It is really, really cool. So whenever you have like these spaces to be able to come, I would highly encourage people to join, because just from this little snippet, you really can see like, wow, this is so dope. Like, it really is a thing. And then we have a comment. I'm excited to connect with Ben and my Wildly Joyful Life Journal. The presentation was phenomenal, and I am ready. Yeah.
Oh, look out.
Okay. Now I just want to pause here though for a moment. You was about to ask me something, but I have to ask you something,
Okay.
because there were some times like when I used to be saying things to you like, "Oh my gosh, Kalonda, everything you're so impactful, and like you have so much wisdom and like all that kind of stuff." And I would be like, "Man, you're like a coach," and like, "Wow, that's crazy." And you would be like, who, girl, I don't know her. So I
That's
was
you.
just wondering if we could go on record with you talking about what it has been like to accept this process that you're going through, and like actually not just accept it, go through it, and then also be like, this helped me, this could help somebody else. How has that felt?
Well, I think the word accept is really big.
Okay.
I
She was like, scale that back a little bit.
don't know if I know her 100%. Um, but I am working on it. Oh, hey, puppy. No, so I think it's been an amazing experience, and just because I have this hard time saying, yeah, that's what I am, that's what's happening, that's what's going on. It makes it really easy to go like, oh yeah, somebody else will be really great at that. Let me tell them how they can do this,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't necessarily feel like it's me doing it. It's just me
Mm-hmm.
sharing the things that I think are good ideas, which when we get to our rabbit hole kind of ties in a little bit to that. I'm realizing now that a lot of that ties in
Mm.
alignment we keep talking about.
Mm.
But I am a projector, and so that makes a lot of
Mm.
sense. And
Mm-hmm.
the wait for the invitation is a real thing, and it's so cool to have a name for it now. um so yes, so I don't know that I'm like actively in my head going, yeah girl, you a coach and you helping people. Like, I haven't gotten there yet. I feel like it's
No
happening, but
way.
I definitely am the same person that when I bought my first home, it
Uh-huh.
literally wasn't until we like signed all the documents,
Uh-huh.
and then they were like, okay, here's the keys. And I was like, oh, like right now.
It's
Like,
setting. Uh-huh.
it's like until it's here and in my face, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
well, so there's probably another step. Something else could happen. Like, something else is going to go on. So I don't think I always see it while I'm in it. It's not
Got
until it's
you.
completely finished that I'm like, oh, well, I did that. Who
You know what's so
knew?
interesting? Because I
Mm,
wonder how someone who was like using the Wildly Joyful Life journal,
mhm,
like if they were like, yeah, well, I can't like honor this until it's over. I wonder
mhm.
what you would say to them about that.
Ah, well, using the journal, the cool thing about it, because you create your story of what that dream life is, but you're also creating those either monthly or daily habits,
Mm-hmm.
goals that will actually help you get to that. So you're still
Mm-hmm.
able to celebrate those steps along the way. So you
Mm-hmm.
still have those multiple milestones. So it
Mm-hmm.
builds over time, and you
Mm-hmm.
know that the overall goal is, I am going to do this. I think
Okay.
because for me personally, I didn't start with the goal of I am going to do that.
Mm.
I overlook that that's what's happening. It's just kind of
Mm.
like, oh, I did this and this was really cool. I want to share it with other people. Oh, I want to do this class and I want to learn about these things. Like it's about the education of it, not necessarily
Girl, you
the
be
intent.
intellectualizing the shit out of girl.
I
That damn brain of
do.
yours,
I'm
my God.
telling you, it's like the impact of it isn't necessarily what I'm going to do with it. It's just that, oh, I've received this knowledge. Like, I want to know how to do that. And then God, thank God, aligns me with the people that are like, hey, girl, I need this. And I go, oh, yeah, I could do that. Like, I can do
Mm,
that for you. Like, let me
mm,
help you, you know, and
mm,
then I can say, like, oh, yeah, I have that skill. Like, that makes
mm.
sense, but it doesn't sit on me to be like, let me put out this billboard of these are the things, like, let me do this stuff for you. I don't know. But in the human design explanation of it, it made a lot of sense to me too. So I was like, who knew?
Hmm. Okay, so we got to come back to the human design because there's definitely a lot there.
Hmm.
Let me jump in here and because you keep saying this word alignment. So
Yes,
I definitely want to kind of connect some dots for people.
correct.
Somebody told me this past week, they were like, and it wasn't meant to be an insult. I just want to
Uh,
say that.
she said, let me start here.
But they were like, I just it just seems like you're all over the place. And I just don't know. And I was kind of like, I am.
I feel like,
This is my life. Like
yep.
my life is not a program. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like this is not like this is my life. This is my actual life. This is the actual way that I show up in all of these different facets, in all of these different hats that I'm
Hmm.
wearing. Like this is me.
Right.
And one of the things that often gets told to people in any industry is like, you have to niche, you have to find a
Hmm.
niche. And that has always been incredibly difficult for me because I do a lot of
A
things and
lot of
those
the
things
things.
are connected, but the niche is me. Right.
Right.
So I've always struggled with that. And I've always been like, I don't know how to um make it make sense in a
Hmm.
way where I don't seem like I'm all over the place because though I am, there's also a plan here. Like I'm not just winging it, like
Right. It's
there's an
not
actual
aimless.
process.
It's not
Right.
an aimless thing.
Correct. I'm not wandering aimlessly. I am existing in the fullness and totality of who I am in all the aspects of such. So, having said that, I be having a lot of projects. Okay. And so we talked a little bit earlier about Chef David, and
Just a
we
few.
talked about him coming over and cooking for us and all of that, right? So we're
Right.
creating a group of people here, Colombians, business owners that are looking to learn English in order to expand their reach, right? So we are well equipped to be able to offer English, right? Been speaking English for almost 44 years, all right? And
You
I
know,
also happen to be a teacher. So,
look out.
an actual teacher, like an actual certified
Correct.
teacher, not
For
just
real, for
someone
real.
who's like, correct, like, oh, I'm an educator.
Right.
No, I actually have credentials, right? And have done this.
I got letters.
So, it really helped as I'm meeting people and people are expressing their interest in learning English. It's like, oh, well, I can totally help you with that. And then
Hmm.
as they learn English, there is the opportunity to be able to learn other skills. So, do you have a digital presence? Like, do you want to create content? Do you like, where's the stuff on your Instagram page? Like, advertise your services, right?
You know,
So it has been really, really cool and really interesting. So it's called Conexión Cultura Colombia. Es para los colombianos, los propios de negocios, para I should ask you to translate what I'm saying. Do you
I
want me to
knew
start
that.
over?
Go for it.
Yo tengo un anuncio para las personas de Colombia.
She has I don't know. Oh, an announcement? I don't know.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
An announcement for the people of Colombia.
Okay. Queremos ayudarlos para aprender inglés.
Helping people learn English.
Ajá. Porque cuando tú sabes inglés,
Because when you know English,
tú puedes abrir
you can
muchas
open
puertas.
many doors.
Sí. So that's it. I don't really have my Spanish brain on today, but thank you. So yeah,
You felt good.
I know, right? I actually be speaking Spanish, y'all.
Kim does
Yo
speak.
hablo
She speaks the
español.
Spanish. I understand the Spanish mostly. She speaks the Spanish though, and it's phenomenal. And it's great to see her taking that skill and helping people here because it really does open new doors for them. Just to be able to provide services to expats, visitors, what have you. It just gives them a whole nother facet of the community that they can serve in a different capacity. So it's been awesome to see.
Yeah, it's been really cool. So that's one project that I have. Other project, Discover Your Destiny
Ba,
is
ba, ba, ba. Woo!
launching. So Discover Your Destiny is my life coaching course, and it evolved much like Kalonda's Wildly Joyful Journal. I was living life and I was trying to save my life. And this is the pathway that I took to get myself out of an abusive relationship, out an abusive church. Like it was just a lot, Lord Jesus, that was going on. Okay. And Discover Your Destiny has been responsible for transforming so many lives across the world because we are international. It
Hey,
is the first step if you have asked yourself about becoming a life coach. It is the first step in becoming a life coach because through this program, you get an opportunity to build a deep personal relationship with God that is outside of the confines of religion and is really about you building a relationship with God. How are we going to talk to each other? Well, how are you going to send me messages? What does that look like, sound like? Trusting yourself again, trusting your intuition, learning about your gifts, learning how to use your gifts and the misuses of your gifts so you don't be out here causing harm to yourself and other people. Okay. So, anyway, Discover Your Destiny is launching March 3rd. We have been working on emails and systematizations and workflows and pipelines and pathways. And my God,
funnels, all the things, all the
it's
things.
been a lot. It's been a lot. Last night, I was like, okay, I'm not overwhelmed. Everything is okay. We have the things, like everything is fine. Everything is fine. We got a new website. There's been so much that has been happening behind the scenes. So that correspondence is going out tomorrow to our email list and to people that have already expressed interest. I've been talking about this for a while. So some people done already slid in the DMs like, make sure I'm in that class. Okay, so do sign me up. So all of that stuff is starting to go out tomorrow, and I'm really, really excited. Discover Your Destiny is my baby, if you will. It is the cornerstone of everything that I do. That's our new website, DYD25. Is it 2025 or 25?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I think it's DYD25.
It's 25.
Yeah,
Got it.
.com. So please do go and visit and check it out and see it. It's so nice. It was designed by someone from our bear tribe, Bianca Goosey.
Hey,
That
Bianca
is her one
Goosey.
of her many gifts in life is popping out websites. So she was able to help align all of this and make it work, and it's just been so awesome. The other project that I have, Finding Peace Abroad. Listen, y'all ready now? I don't mean to say it like that, but
You
also,
should. I feel
y'all
like
ready?
you should because we tried. We've been trying.
Y'all ready now? Like, so I've had a lot of people in my inbox and they're like, I ain't know you left. I ain't know you been gone. Again, algorithms, right? I don't blame them for not knowing, but also now that you know, what you doing.
What are you
Okay.
gonna do?
So Finding Peace Abroad is going to be picking back up, but we're really going to be focusing on the mindset piece of it all, because there is a lot of mind work that goes into leaving, right? Because wherever you go, there you are. So if you are the problem, you're going to be the problem wherever you at. Okay. So this is not a way to like escape accountability and escape yourself. This is a
No.
way to be able to leave so that you can find peace within your environment, so that you can find peace in yourself, so you can get your shit together. Okay. So we're going to be shifting to doing the Finding Peace Abroad mindset sessions to help people really wrap their mind around what this process looks like. And also, there have been quite a few people that have emailed me and been like, girl, thanks to you, I done got out of here. It was a lady I met with as recently as in December. And she messaged me last week and she was like, sis, I'm writing to you from Croatia, girl. I got out of there. And I'm like, yes. Had another person that I met with sent me their a packed box this morning of the things that they've been purging. Yes. So like people are moving and people are getting it together, right? So if you are asking yourself, girl, I need to get from out of here, please go to findingpeaceabroad.com and let me help you. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it is easier than you think that it is. Okay.
Correct. Because it took I think that was she's in my inbox too. I think it only took her like 30 days
Yes.
to make that move. So it's been phenomenal. And I know for me it was less than 3 months to make my move. And that's selling a house, packing up everything and moving. So it's definitely easier than you think it is, especially when you have a partner that is intent on helping you make the move and help
Right.
you figure out what that mindset adjustment
Because
and
you're not doing it
identifying
by
those
yourself.
biases. Correct.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
telling someone who's not afraid. Because when you're talking to people, sometimes in your circle, they're going to put their fear and their reason of why they can't do it onto you. So when you're having that conversation with someone who's had the experience already, it comes from a very different place.
Facts. Okay. So that's another project that I have. Then this just I manifested something. I manifested something. So there is oh wait, let me pull this right quick. Hey Danny.
Yeah.
So Danny said my biggest concerns are immunizations, especially because I try to avoid them for myself and my boys. Many countries don't have immunization requirements. So
Yeah.
now when COVID was happening in a height, because COVID is still
Right.
here, let's be clear.
It's still a thing.
But when COVID was at its height, there were, and that was a global situation. But as far as other types of immunizations, many countries don't necessarily have those requirements. So it just needs to be deciding where you want to go.
Where you want
And
to
that
go.
being one of the search filters that you use is where is a place
Yep.
where I don't have to get a whole bunch of immunizations, you know? So yeah, so holla at me. And I could definitely help. So I manifested something. So y'all know I love a podcast. Okay.
Hey now.
I was like, girl, how many podcasts you gonna have? As many as I
All of them.
can. Because what I can
All
do is
of
turn
them.
on this microphone and talk. Okay. But so there is a content creator that I started following so I'm newly discovered, newly diagnosed neurodivergent, right? And a conglomeration of things, the autism, the ADHD, the depression, the anxiety, the trauma, the
Eldest daughter
CPTSD,
syndrome, all the things.
all of it,
All of
all of it, raised by a narcissist. Listen, I got it. Okay.
it.
So anyway, as I've been trying to, brain research is something that's really important to me. And as I have been trying to get more and more aware of my brain and how my brain works, I went to seek out creators who are Black and also talk about living in a neurodivergent world. And I ran across this creator, Brittany Elizabeth. And Brittany Elizabeth, she's on Instagram, she's on TikTok. And when I ran across her stuff, I was like, girl, yes, that. Me too. Oh my God. Right. And so I became like really, really like vocal in her comments because you're talking the things. Like she would do threads and she would be like, what is the current rabbit hole that you're going down? Which is why rabbit hole is one of our things. And like
Right.
everybody is like, oh my God, did you know? Like, and it was
Right.
just, it is the neurodivergent haven of things. Like it is so cool. So anyway, I said to myself when I found her, man, if I still had my talk show, I definitely would have had her on, right? Because I used to have a talk show with Beautiful Brown Girls. But I don't anymore. And I've been in this process of thinking about what I want that to look like and how I want my Black ass business to show up. And that's coming, right? But that still needs a lot of development because I'm telling you, I got all these projects. I'm already on number 4. Okay. So anyway, I said to myself, I want to work with her. Like I feel like she has an amazing vibe and I really want to work with her. And baby, when I tell you she slid in my DMs unsolicited and was like, hey, I was in meditation this morning and you came up and I would like for you. And I was like, yes.
Won't he do it?
And she was like, but wait, I was like, whatever it
Yes.
is, the answer is yes.
I would love to.
Anyway, Brittany Elizabeth has this amazing app. It's called the Soft app. And the Soft app is like a haven for spiritual neurodivergent people. And there are different chat rooms and things in there where people talk, but that's not even like the most amazing part about it. There are courses in the Soft app. So one of the courses, for instance, that I think I'm going to make my specialty is a course called Dream Streams. And it helps people get aligned with streams of income that actually honor who you are and what you want to be doing. So, there are courses in there. There are meditations in there. There is burnout support in there. This, much like we've been talking about, this app was something that Brittany Elizabeth created when she was recovering from burnout when she lived in Mexico. So she started creating this app and she's made it to be this haven. So anyway, outside of the app, we have started a podcast. It's called the Soft Podcast and it is a good time. We had our first episode the other day. It's up on YouTube. So I'll drop the link in just a minute, but you can go and check it out. It was a good time. Like, so we are like planning and we've got more people coming on the team that we're going to show who they are on the app. And we get to have these amazing conversations about how we even arrived at understanding this neurodivergence and how we are living that out. It's been awesome. So the level of alignment that is happening right now is wild, exciting, and also a little bit overwhelming because it's a lot. But it's good overwhelm. It's good overwhelm. So so those are my yes indeed
update. Please go watch the episode, you guys. That podcast is amazing. And if you have discovered your neurodivergence or you just feel like you're a little neurospicy, a little left of center, whatever the case is, there is something that will resonate with you. They are a good time and it definitely helps you feel seen. As they're saying things, it's like, oh wow, I am not the only one. And I feel like people are beginning to have those conversations. So it's really good to see it happen in real time.
Yes. So I'm gonna drop the link here into the chat to go and check out the Soft podcast, and then we'll also put it in the description so that you can go. And if you go over there, this is the thing: when y'all go over to other spaces and y'all from here, we didn't talk about this, Kalonda, but we got to remind the people. We have emojis, y'all.
Yes.
Okay. So when we go over to other spaces and y'all see us, y'all got to drop the emojis. Okay. So tell the people about your emojis real quick.
So my emojis are ladybugs and blue hearts. My favorite color is cobalt blue. It just makes me feel good. It's very warm and rich and just almost like a bluey purple. It just feels amazing. And I've committed myself to living a life that I love, a wildly joyful life, being loved and loving out loud, which has been phenomenal, and I love this here. Ladybugs are just amazing messages from God, from the universe, that have been guiding me from life in the States to living abroad, and just little messages of hope that kind of let me know that I'm on the right path. So, ladybugs and blue hearts are my emojis.
Yay. And then mine are the sunflower and the crayons. So yellow is my favorite color. You can see my yellow glasses. Yellow brings me joy. It makes me happy. It reminds me of the sunshine. And the crayon, because there was a time I've been through a lot, right? If you go back again, them 2 hours, everybody got to commit to 2 hours. Okay,
You
watch
can
two
see.
hours of things. You can go back and you can see when I first left the US, my life was very black and white. Like, as a matter of fact, my color scheme that I had for my capsule wardrobe was black, white, denim, and army green. That was it. And since I have been unmasking and finding out more about myself and choosing to frolic and have a joyful life with intention, I have decided that I want to color the fuck out of my life. So I am being intentional about creating color and creating joy and creating sparks of happiness and this fire, this
Mhm.
flame that just continues to glow. So the sunflower and the crayon are my emojis. So I said that because when y'all go over there to watch the soft podcast, put the sunflowers and the crayons in the comments so that they know, oh, that's Kimberland's people.
That's
Okay.
kids'
That's
peeps.
how use it gang. That's how you rep your
Amen.
set. Okay.
Because
All right. So just wanted to give those
if
instructions.
nothing else, we are thugs over here. Okay. I know I
You
cried last
understand
time,
me?
but it's not real life.
We thought we be crying every so often. Well, I be crying a lot,
Look,
but also don't get it twisted, okay? Because we from New Orleans. You understand? You heard me? All right. So
amen. Don't start
long as
none, won't be none.
okay.
Mm.
Literal. So anyway, so yeah, so that those are the Yes Indeed Life updates. Okay, I want you to talk about your human design discoveries because that is something that I
Yes.
have also had some interactions with. So I don't know, everybody probably doesn't know what human design
Yeah.
is and what that looks like, sounds like. So give us a little class right quick. Tell us about your rabbit hole.
Well, it's gonna be an early class because it's in the beginning stages of the rabbit hole. Because I do see how deep this hole can go,
Oh, it's
but I'm
deep there.
excited. I'm happy to take
Hmm.
this journey. Right? I'm like, ooh. So in my experience right now, human design is a way of just understanding how your energy and aura kind of flows through your body and what's activated internally with you and what you're open to receive and be influenced by other people's energy. So it kind of gives you an idea of how you move through the earth and how you're affected by other people. For me, I did you put in the information, it tells you that I am a projector, which I guess is only like 20% of the population or something. And that it says that you tend to be more intuitive and able to kind of walk into the room and kind of feel out what's going on. You're a receptor a lot of other people's energy. And I work best with generators and manifestors and generators, or manifesting generators rather, to help them create their goals and systems to create their visions. Um, that I tend to have whatever I may see in other people, I may have like, oh, that would be great for them. This would be a good idea. I think this would probably make their lives easier. But I'm not open to sharing that, or it's not open to being received without an invitation. So really having people that are in a position to hear what I have to say. And it makes a lot of sense because I definitely am very much like, well, I told you, and if you don't do nothing with it, that's your business. But after going through kind of reading and listening to the information on human design, it's really being intentional about waiting for that invitation so it doesn't fall on deaf ears, because
Hmm.
that does um, also have a negative impact and like makes you feel rejected and like your gift isn't valued. So, if they don't want it, don't give it to them and wait till they're ready and get used to seeing what that invitation looks like. And then the way to tell that you're actually operating in that energy is that you experience success, and you see the fruits of that, of waiting for those invitations and being in those places to help those people get to their goals. On the flip side, if you're operating, good morning. On the flip side, if you're operating outside of that, it can cause you to be filled with bitterness of like, oh, well, how come and why aren't you? And I'm not being heard and I'm not being acknowledged or considered. And there are such things as those invitations expiring. So in certain places where you were there and you were giving that information, all of a sudden you may start coming up against resistance, and it may be time for a new invitation. They need to get a different message from you. So that's what I've gotten so far on Projector, but it is very interesting. And it made me laugh because they were like, you have an open, what is it? An open sacral, I forget the word just that fast. But we're gonna call it a port for right now, but that's not what it's called, y'all. And that sometimes you just need to be horizontal to relax that and release it, and the pressure that's there. And I was like, you know what? Sometimes a bitch does just need to lay down. And I was like, who knew? There was a reason. There was a reason why.
Yes, I love that. So so I don't think you've had a chance to meet Jasani yet.
I have not.
Jasani
I've just heard the
is,
name.
you've heard us talking about him. Jasani is one
Yeah.
of my coaches. So he got certified in 2023.
Mm.
Human design is his shit.
Oh,
It's deep. It goes deep.
so far.
So I love that. Also, do you remember what your gifts for impacting people are? Your two? I know
Uh,
one.
Not profit. Yeah, profit
Okay.
and
Wasn't it pastor?
pastor. It's not.
Uh-huh.
It's pastor, not profit. For some reason,
Okay.
I want to say profit because
Uh-huh.
pastor is just the name
You
is
trying to
weird for me,
reject
but
that. I know.
the description is 100% accurate. Yes, it is
Uh-huh.
pastor.
Okay, soul healer. Do you
Yes,
remember what your second one was?
it is apostle.
That tracks.
I think
Dream
it's apostle.
Awakener.
Yeah.
I need you to go find that. You're gonna need to dig that up for class also, to go
Yes,
back to
ma'am.
that. But the
Yes.
reason I brought it up is because the layers. I'm also a projector. And
Uh,
have you listened to I know you've listened to Cowboy Carter. Have you listened
yes.
to, is the name of the song Projector? Protector? The one with
Protector.
Rumi.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when Erica was here, she was telling me to listen to the song with intention because Erica is also
Uh,
a projector. And she was talking about the way that she operates with her daughter, in that her job, when her daughter invites, is to guide her towards greatness, right?
mm.
Well, in the song Protector, Beyonce goes back and forth between protector and projector.
And projector.
And I had never
I
heard
have to
it
listen to it
before.
again.
Yeah, before Erica pointed out to me. So that I'm gonna give you that assignment to go listen
I
to that
will.
and see how that falls on you anew. Um,
Yes, ma'am.
and what was the other thing that you said that I wanted to bring up? Oh, the way that these things alignment. Hello. The way
Mm-hmm.
that these things align. So the way that I'm a soul healer, I'm a dream awakener, I'm a projector. I have gifts of administration and whatever.
Administration. Right.
All of that aligns with intention. So the more that you find out, the more that God is like, yes, because I did this on purpose, girl.
I
Yes.
designed you this way. Right. It was the master plan the whole time.
Welcome.
Girl. You know?
Welcome. So that's also why, God, somebody is mopping with bleach, girl. And my God, I feel like
Oh,
I might have to hold on. I might have to open a window in a second. Good.
open a
Thank you
window,
for
please.
keeping
Don't
it
pass
clean.
out
But
now.
Jesus, I want to breathe. Hello, ma'am. Jeez.
Because we
But
will mix a chemical now.
I said, why is my throat starting to act up?
Because it's
Ma'am,
probably bleach and fabuloso. Like it's
it's a lot
probably
that's happening out here in this hallway. So I'm about to go open this window in a second. But golly, that's strong. But it's the alignment of the different things on top of each other that give further
Mhm.
confirmation where God is like, I said what I said. I said what I said. I meant what I said. I said what I said. Right.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna hold my rabbit hole to
Okay.
next one
Okay.
because I want to see was I feel like some things are gonna happen that are going to give
Yeah.
me because I'm gonna talk to my girl this week. And then
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
have some more information. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna hold
okay.
mine. I'm gonna hold
All right.
mine to last time because next time. Okay, so
Sounds good.
real quick, can you tell them about the next project for Crafty Cousins? I am going to solo you out so I can
Yes.
open this window so
So you
I
can
don't.
breathe.
Okay,
Ventilation, please.
it
Thank
would
you.
be very
I
nice.
appreciate it.
Okay, amen. Hallelujah. Okay.
Hallelujah. All right. So for Crafty Cousins, if y'all remember last time, I did my mood blanket, and Kim also did a mood painting. So what I came across now is I don't know if there's a name for it. I call it a smash painting. We'll see. Um, but it's like you literally take a canvas, and it could be, you know, on a canvas board or whatever. You put your paint colors, whatever your palette is, on this particular one. You can draw a picture, you can do whatever you want with it. And then on the other canvas, just same thing, you know, maybe a different paint palette, maybe a different picture, whatever the case is. And then you take those two canvases and you smash them together and then pull them apart to reveal two new paintings or two new creations, if you will. So I'm super excited about that. And I was saying I wanted to try that with Bianca, my bear partner, to see what art we create. And because we are traveling, we were like, hey, how are we going to move all this stuff around? Because three suitcases in a backpack, you don't have room for art really. So we realized that they have like rolls of the canvas that you can buy. And then we're going to smash those together, pull them apart, and just get like the little portable frames that you can put together and take apart. Um, so that is what I believe my next Crafty Cousin uh, project will be.
I love that so much. I'm all about abstract art.
Mm-hmm.
And I did take an art class in college where I actually did realize that I do
Fancy.
know how to paint and that there is some like I have technique.
Yeah.
But abstract art is so much lower stakes for me
Mm-hmm.
because it's not a thing. So it's just
Right.
like
Get in there.
it is, you know. So I love this idea of a smash painting. I especially love the idea of the portable art gallery. So having the canvases that are not stretched and attached, and then you have your portable frame that you're able to put those canvases in. I'm all for that because
Right.
at this point I have artwork all over the world, and I'm trying to reclaim it. It's like I got to bring it, send out a message. Can everybody come
If you have one
home?
of my paintings, please send them to
Can
me.
they are done being fostered. Let's go ahead and send them on over here. But I even be asking myself sometimes if I want to sell them.
Mm,
I do believe that one day they will be worth quite a bit of money
go
because
ahead.
the trajectory that we on. Okay,
You
y'all better try
know,
to be here on this ground floor because when I
get in
tell you
while it
the
getting
rocket
good.
ship is finna take off. Okay. But yeah, I love that idea. So I definitely want to join you in
Yes,
that and figuring that out and having my own version of what that looks like and sounds like and stuff. I think that would be
I
really
love it.
cool. Now, a moment ago, you mentioned you were like my bear partner. And we haven't had a No Mercy Dating Chronicles update in a while. But there's so much that
There is.
needs to be shared. So I'm gonna let you kick it off.
I knew you was gonna say
Of
that.
course.
Well, your girl is off the market. Thank you,
Yes,
Jesus.
indeed.
Hallelujah. Won't he do it? Amen. Y'all can have these streets. Oh my goodness. Yes. So Kim's best friend, Bianca, I stole her, and she is my girlfriend. Yay. Which was very interesting because we didn't see that coming. It was definitely not on any of the bingo cards. But she is an absolutely amazing person, a great human, an even better partner, absolute dream come true, prayer answered, all those things. Things I didn't know I needed, didn't know I wanted. Um, even just like I know there aren't words to really describe how she shows up for me, and it's just truly a beautiful thing. And if anyone has ever wished or prayed for my happiness, I thank you, because I know that she is an answered prayer.
Wow.
um and if you make me a liar, I'll fight you.
Facts. Know that twice times
I'm,
over.
I'm letting you know right now.
You understand? And same
um
way. Look, I'm gonna be fighting both of y'all. Be like,
I
Eric, get
know,
in the
right?
ring. Get in the damn ring, cause
What is this?
absolutely figure it out. That's what it is. Figure
Get it
it out.
together. Y'all go back in that damn back cave until you get it right.
And
But
put
I
on
will
the get
say,
along shirt
you
and
know what
stop
I'm
playing
saying?
with me.
Hug it out. But it was really sweet because I had the conversation with my mom recently, right? And I don't know, I've never really, I mean, I feel like I okay, lots of thoughts.
I know
I've
conversion.
never really had like a I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Like I haven't had one of those situations. It's just I like who I like and I mind my business, right? Um, so I've never really had the hey ma, I'm bi conversation. So I think partly when I was telling her, oh, Bianca's my girlfriend, she was like, oh, and she was so cute though. It was the sweetest thing. She goes, okay, well, what are your pronouns? I was like,
Come on for the awareness though, to even ask
to even ask.
and hold space for.
I was like, they're still the same, but thank you for asking. Like, I appreciate that. It was so sweet. It was the sweetest thing. And it was just very cute. It was very cute. And I know that above all, she wants me to be happy. And, as long as whoever it is, I don't know if she'll want me to tell this story, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. Because we believe in transparency over here. She used to say, she used to be like, don't bring home no nappy headed niggas, right? And so I'm younger. I was younger when she said this, obviously. And I was like, so I took it literally because I'm also apparently ADHD autistic somewhere on the spectrum. Who knows? But I was like, you don't want me to date black guys? Like, what? She's like, no, anybody could be a nappy headed nigga. I don't care if it's a bald white man. Like, don't bring home nobody. That is not good for you. So I know that that's her biggest thing is just making sure that I'm happy and safe and taken care of. And so I appreciated her, like you said, holding space for me, and even being willing and open to having the conversation of if my pronouns were different now, but they are
Yeah.
the same. So yes, that is our story. Oh, and speaking of new podcasts, at some point there will be a new podcast with Kalonda and Bianca called Bearversations, because we identify as bears, and yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be fun. So
I love
I have a
that.
question. How does this make you feel having your most favoriteest cousin ever in the whole wide world and
Uh-huh.
your most favoriteest person in the whole wide world be
Uh-huh.
together? How has this experience
Yeah.
been for you?
So I told you I had always been trying to get y'all to talk to each other. I just knew like you're two of my most favoriteest people in the world. So I'm like, y'all need to talk because y'all should have your own like things. And like y'all don't got to go through me to talk to each other. Talk. Just change numbers, have the conversation. So I always felt like there was chemistry, alignment, what have you there. It makes me happy to see both of you happy. And y'all are so lame because y'all be like, I really like your best friend. I really like your cousin. And I just be like, good. I'm glad. Like I really am. I'm just I'm happy that I know one of the things is funny because you had said something to the effect of like, I'm not going back out there in them streets. It's wild out
Fuck them
there.
streets.
Like God gonna have to bring somebody right here to the living room. And when I say God did,
Ciao. To the breakfast bar. Okay. Look, because I was anti everything. My Instacart was drop it on the porch. Like I'm not even opening the door. So I was like, God is literally gonna have to put them in my living room. And that's what he
and
did.
did, and
And
did.
did.
Yeah, so it makes me happy. And I even was like, I said to myself, well, at least I know I'll never be alone because neither one of y'all gonna have me out here by myself, you know. So
Yeah.
it just added like an extra layer of excitement and comfort and stability. And I am so happy to see y'all happy. I really
Mm.
am. Chef David had he told me, he was like, their chemistry is really interesting. He was like, it's tender and I really like it. And I was like, yeah, they're two of my favoriteest people in the world. Like, yes, they're good people. You know, like I don't have, both of y'all are amazing people and both of y'all are important to me. So I'm very happy that you
Mm.
all have found that in each other. It's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Boo. I love you.
I love you too. So meanwhile, I am over here doing a massive restructuring. Okay. So this is the
The reorg. But
we had
you,
to,
unlike all the other companies, have kept your DEI initiatives
now
intact.
it's definitely a DEI initiative over here now. Okay. And that's on the front door. Okay. So I had to go through a massive restructuring and reorganizing. Okay, if Bianca was here, she would be playing the NFL draft music. Some people, we started a new season, you know,
There you
and we
go.
had to let some
Mhm.
folks go on their way and traded them on out
You
to
know,
different teams. And
go
then we
for it.
have, you know, some folks that are on the practice squad, you know, trying to get a
Mhm,
spot.
mhm.
And then we have some superstars that
All
are
right.
rising to the top and you know, really performing, you know, and they out here, girl, they doing one-handed catches. Okay.
Look out.
If anybody doesn't understand football, the Americano,
Sorry.
sorry. That's what all of these references. We're in football right
We
now.
got the
Okay. So,
combine. We got highlight
okay.
reels. We doing the
Listen.
things, okay?
Listen. So I'm not gonna tell y'all too much because these are gonna be stories that we're gonna put on the Patreon, like the actual reel of the things that's happening. But I just want to kind of like run through a couple lessons that I have
Mm.
learned in this process. One of which is
Amen.
data chef. Because when I tell you that there is a different level of care and concern and intention behind what they do, and when you think about like cooking for someone else, you own your feet. You know, you're like, it's a lot that goes into that. And you can tell the difference between a begrudgingly cooked meal and one that was prepared with intention and love and, you know, let me be real, you know, razzle dazzle on top. Like, date a chef. Okay, that is one of the
Mhm.
things that I have learned in this process. So we have chef energy that is rising
Yeah.
to the top. Okay, date someone who has vision. Hello,
Mm.
vision, and a
Amen.
good relationship with words. Right now, mind you,
Woo.
words have to match actions. Okay, so it's not just about the words, but also words are with purpose. You know,
Correct.
like words
Correct.
can uplift, words can cause harm, removing words can cause damage, right? So somebody who is intentional with the words that they let come out of their mouths. So it's some like poet type energy. that's rising to the top. Okay, these are the
Nice.
standouts. These are the standouts.
Chefs and
But I
poets.
want to also take a moment though, because the name of this episode is Bienvenidos a los Archivos. And
Amen.
I want to make sure that I talk to y'all about the types of things that get you placed into the archives. And we've had these conversations before, but it's worth revisiting because
Yes.
season 2. Okay.
Correct.
And so while there is, I told you we have restructuring, right? So basically the combine and such, all of that happens over in the archives. And you really have to show yourself skilled to be able to get out the archives. Because otherwise you just in there just trying to
Talking to yourself. Can you see me?
Let me heart the status. Let me heart the but like I'm not entertaining that. You are not getting my time. You ain't talking about shit. Okay. So that's one of the first things, not talking about shit. Do not.
Buenos dias, mi reina.
Do not. Buenos dias, mi reina. Me todos los días. No me gusta. Okay. Tú necesitas hablar sobre más que buenos días.
You need to say more than good morning.
¿Cómo te
How are
sientes?
you today?
Shut up.
How are you feeling?
Sick of it. Okay. If that's all that you have, that's it. When I ask you, okay, because I'm going to say probably, estoy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo está? Gracias a Dios. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. If that is your response every day, shut up. Shut up. Right? So I see my daddy in the comments trying to start mess. Sir, we're not doing this with you and these pork chops today. Okay. My daddy been holding a grudge for 30 years. Behind these mysterious
I don't know
pork
why
chops.
we got that charge. All the boys that was in that house, that was not us.
We ain't had nothing to do with the pork chops. Okay. So I just want to go on record as having said, we ain't do nothing to the pork chops. Okay. So not talk about shit, get you in the archives.
Nothing.
Good morning, queen, every day get you in the archives. This is the other thing that gets you in the archives, and something that I've seen a difference in with this current cohort that we have. When I say, for instance, I'll use an example, and this is why I said date a chef and how that chef energy has risen to the top. I be struggling with eating every single day, all day.
Right.
It is a massive undertaking for me to remember to eat, for me to order food to cook, for me to actually cook the food, for the food to get in my mouth. I love to eat. I do. And also it's a lot of micro steps that come with that, right? So in the past, I might say things like that. And the only offering is like, oh, you should eat. You don't say. I know.
Thanks.
I know.
I figured that much out.
And I hope I get to do
I'm
that.
aware.
Right? As opposed to, oh, you haven't eaten today? What do you have in the kitchen? Let me help you, walk you through something to prepare. I made a smoothie the other day. It's the smoothest smoothie I ever had in this house. Okay. Smoothie was smoothie. I learned you're supposed to put dates. I don't know if y'all knew this. Y'all welcome. Okay, because I'm about to share a couple life tips with you. When you make your smoothie, you put the dates and the almond milk first, and then you blend that up. And that way you don't have chunks of dates in the actual smoothie. Okay. And dates is a sweetener for anybody. It's a fruit, but it's a natural sweetener, right? So you got to put the dates in there first with the almond milk. It's an order. It's an order of things. So then you do that, and then it was a banana peanut butter oatmeal smoothie. So it was like, do that. Then you put the oatmeal and the peanut butter in. Then you blend that up, and if you want a little vanilla, some cinnamon for a little razzle dazzle, you put that in. Then you put in the berries. Okay, then you blend that up. Then last you put in the bananas. Girl, I ain't know. I did not know. I was in here.
The way all of that would have been in one thing,
baby. And then trying to, because it's all frozen shit, and I'm trying
shake it right.
sticking the damn knife in there, trying to get the damn fruit unstuck. Girl, this was the smoothest
Uh,
smoothie I ever had. And this man talked me through how to make this smoothie on the WhatsApp.
amen.
Okay, this is what you
Amen.
got. This is what you need to do. Then was like, and tomorrow we're gonna have another recipe. So tonight you need to soak the dates. Okay, and then tomorrow I'm gonna send you another. This is love. This is what love feels like to me. This is my love language. Help me
That
meet the
yes.
needs
Yes,
that I
ma'am.
am struggling with. These raggedy fools that I had to kick off this team, they
Amen.
didn't have nothing to offer. Nothing.
They were just
Nothing.
like, oh, you didn't eat? All right.
Oh, you
Do
should
better.
eat.
Thanks.
Duh. Are you sending me food? Are you coming to cook me food? Are you help me? Help me, help me. Right? So you
You
got to
know?
have something to offer. If I'm telling you that something is going on in my real world and you don't have no kind of nothing to offer, bienvenido a los archivos. Go on to the archives because why are you here? You're not helping.
Right.
I don't need a whole bunch of people sending me messages every day to just be like, how you got the monitoring spirits. That's what's wrong with you. You're just trying to ain't
You just
helping
want to know
nothing.
what I'm
Just
doing? You just want
that's
to know
it.
what I'm doing. That's
Then
it.
guess where you could go? To the social media. You come over here to YouTube and you can get your updates with everybody else. Okay? Because I'm
Hmm.
not carving out no special space for you, sir. What are you even talking about? Okay.
Child,
So
nothing.
that'll get you to the archives. You have anything you want to add in here from your previous experience?
So here, I think I had shared this before. I don't really archive anybody, and I recently, I know, I
I know.
recently, I mean, you'll just sit there regular, and I won't be talking to you. That's all that is. Um, but I did recently start using the archive. Um, but it's just usually because I know it's bullshit. So if you are not authentic, if your words don't match your actions, it's a waste of time. And I've had people that I've put in the archive and then I leave them there and then I happen to go over there and realize that they've said something and I'm like, oh, all right, fine. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. Oh, how have you been? I haven't heard from you. I was like, you were in the archive. That's why.
Because
Oh
you ain't
no,
talking
I
about
have
shit.
time. I want to do this. I want to. Okay, I'll take you out the archive. We'll see what happens. And then they disappear. So right
That's why
back
you
to the
leave their
archive
ass
you
in there.
go.
That's
And that's
why you
why
leave their ass in
you
there.
just leave them in there. So
Yeah.
at this point though, speaking of what the love looks like the other day, something so simple. She was asking me, she being Bianca, was like, because my cycle had started. And she was like, how do you desire your partner to show up for you,
During that time.
during that time? And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Ah,
Would you believe I was asked the same question?
shut the front
And I
door.
was shocked as all get out.
Shook.
I was
This
like,
shook. I was like, one, no one's done it. And not by any fault of their own. I mean, I haven't really let anybody because
mm-hmm.
I didn't really think about it, but no one's done it. So I don't have an example to give you. And two, no one's ever asked me how I want you to be there for me. What? I like literally the next morning, I had to just say, like, I really appreciated you asking me that. And I just have not had that experience. So I don't even have the words to articulate what I need or how I am during this time because I've had to do it on my own. Like thinking
Mm-hmm.
of having someone here with me along with that step is mind blowing.
Yeah.
So that is love to me. Like
Yeah.
that is love. That consideration to just be like, I know you're going through something right now. How would you like me to show up for you? Instead of just this is all I have to give. Good luck. I hope that meets your needs.
Correct. Correct. Or I'ma just leave you alone and I'll
I
be
mean,
back
just
in 5 to 7 days.
you know what? Now, unless that's what you want. Now, there are some people out there who are like, please don't talk to me, don't touch me, whatever. And I appreciated that she would have respected that if that had been my
Yeah.
wish as well. Of like, you need space because I've been involved with some people and they needed
Right,
room.
right,
Like,
right, right.
I was like, ain't this some shit? Like,
I am
this
not
is
that. I don't
wild.
want to be left alone for 5 to 7 business days.
Yeah,
I need
you
I
don't have
need
to
a
leave me
back
alone.
rub. I need food made. I need service. please. But yeah, I was
No?
asked the same question, and I was like,
Wow. What did you say?
the biggest help is helping my ass eat.
There you go.
That is the biggest help on almost every day, is to helping me eat and help me eat things that are going to support this particular time.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other thing that I found out about chefs, they know a lot about herbs
Mm-hmm. Magicians.
and the curative properties of herbs. And I do believe that they are magicians. And it's so wild. And I want to say this, and my dad is still here. I want to say this. Um, so growing up, my dad and I did not have opportunities to like have all these father-daughter conversations, relationships, all that. It was a lot. Go to my blog, read about it. But I was reflecting the other day because I was like, despite that, there are some very specific things that I learned from him and how he shows up. So my dad is also a chef and a magician, and he knows something about everything. Okay. So he is, if I'm like, I need, hey, how what this supposed to do?
Right.
And how this work, and what, like, it's amazing.
He
So
has the
anyway,
answers.
as I have been conducting these interviews and reviewing the footage of
Right.
the practice tapes and
Mm-hmm. And
looking
the
at the
reels.
routes being run and
Yeah.
all of that, I've been saying to myself, this reminds me of my dad, because my dad would say things like people eat with their eyes, and that it's important, the presentation is important, or when somebody comes to sit down at the table to eat, they should be able to just sit down. Like, you shouldn't have to
Mm-hmm.
get up and now you got to get the salt, got to get the pepper, got to get the ketchup, the salad dressing, oh, I need a napkin, what we drinking. Like, they should be able to just sit down. And I realized how fortunate I was with
Mm-hmm.
all of the craziness and chaos that was happening in my house. That dinner time and the time where food was being prepared, and like, even just watching, because this is what I also learned about cooking. There are different stages of people saying they don't know how to cook. And
Correct.
one of the biggest things about cooking is the time management part of it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on, what I'm gonna do first, second, third, what holds this heat versus what loses heat fast, like all of that kind of stuff. I
Right.
learned that stuff from my dad, and not even through active conversation, like just
Right.
watching him and what he was doing and paying attention. And every so often we would have a moment where he'd be like, you need to do it like this, or think about this, or, like, for instance, barbecue shrimp seasoning. If anybody ever want to buy me anything, but also you can't ship seasoning here, so it's
I
got to come
know.
with you on your person. But
Correct.
barbecue shrimp seasoning from New Orleans, Louisiana, baby.
Whew. Get
My
you right
daddy
every
said,
time.
this magic. If you got this, you can put this on anything. You can put it on shrimp, on fish, on your vegetables, on your anything you want. Throw it on there. Magic. Magic,
Yep.
right? So it's little things like that that I always keep with me, that have traveled with me as I've learned how to cook and as I cook. It is absolutely wild
Mm.
to be connected to people who honor that same type of being and existing, and then extending that towards me. The chefs
Right.
are at the top of I just want that chef energy, baby.
That's
It's
amazing.
rising. It done rose to the top. Okay.
I
So
love it.
but there's still, just to be clear, okay, there is still opportunity
Yes.
for upward mobility. Okay. Final cuts have not been made. All right. And there are still different positions that are available. So I don't want anybody to get discouraged. But I
Right.
also want you to know that you got to come correct. Okay.
Amen.
Because they out
Competition
here.
is fierce. Amen. But you better show up with your best foot forward. That's
You
it.
hear me? You
You
hear
know,
me? Do you hear me?
it might be
Make
your
sure.
last. Your first might
Oh,
be your last opportunity. That's how
don't
you
come to
gotta.
me.
That's how you
Because,
gotta approach it.
okay,
To the
that's how
archive.
you got to approach it. Because if you don't come correct, Bienvenidos a los Archivos, okay, you're over there talking to yourself. All right.
Hmm.
So yeah, those are our No Mercy dating chronicles for this week. And we'll have to talk in more detail off of
Yes.
this space so that we
Yes.
could give y'all the real. So if you are
Right.
like, girl, I want and need the tea, girl, what? Make sure that you all come over to our Patreon. My laptop just died, so I'm not able to put it up on the screen if you
No
can find
worries.
it. But make sure that
Yep.
you subscribe to our Patreon and get in there. It is only $5 a month for you all to have backstage access. As I mentioned earlier, the vlogs that are coming out on Minding My Black Ass Business for me are from last year. The current vlogs that are happening in the Patreon. If you don't have $5 a month, it's still beneficial for you to come over to the Patreon community because that is where I actively do post updates. And many times the updates are public for certain things. And then maybe you might come across $5 a month and you be like, let me upgrade you. So then you'll actually be a
Hey.
part of the Patreon community. When you're in Patreon, you get discounts as well on anything that is on my website. So whether that is life coaching services, whether that is having a consultation, you get discounts being in Patreon. So please do consider coming over to the Patreon and hanging out with us. And shout out to our VIP supporters. We have Geraldine and Sterling.
Yes.
And John are our VIP supporters right now. So they're at the top tiers, making sure that we
Top.
sustaining out here, able to buy food and pay the rent. Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Amen.
so we would love if you all would come and hang out over there. I do want to mention that my birthday is coming up. And I am turning 44. And 4 is a really important
Hey.
number to me. And it has followed me like my entire life. So I will be putting out my gift registry. I know people ask me all the time, like, oh, what kind of gifts? And I'm real funny about gifts because I'm a much more practical person that I would rather just have food in the house as opposed to an expensive purse or like something, whatever somebody might buy. But there are some things that I would like to have in order to help us to make better content. So like there's cameras and lighting or wireless headphones. Like there are so many different things that I would like to have. So I have compiled a 44-year gift registry that I'm going to be putting out. So if you are feeling generous and you want to help support me personally, that would be amazing. So you can, I'll put that out for you guys, and I would appreciate anything that you would like to do to give to honor. Also, my Cash App is KimberlandJackson. So Cash App KimberlandJackson. I am always accepting donations. Okay, always. Even if you think about me, you like, let me send this $5. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Amen.
Need it. Okay. So that is another way that you are able to contribute. And then all of the free ways, y'all. So we mentioned a million projects while we're here, right? But one of the biggest ones is us having this YouTube page be up and running and monetized. So one of the freest things that you can do is make sure that you've liked this video, make sure that you subscribed to the page, that you click the notification bell so that you are getting announcements of when we are going to be on, and sharing the broadcast and watching the videos. Okay, watching the videos. So I wanted to say all that. Tell the people where they can find you, girl, because now you got all the you got digital spaces and stuff. Oh, are you there?
That's it.
Can you hear me?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Tell the people where they can find you.
I sure can. Well, I am, as we mentioned, newly on visionaryenetwork.com. Feel free, come find me over there. Get on the calendar, do a visionary kickoff meeting. We can find out how I can assist you. You can also find me on Minding My Black Ass Business under the Content Kalonda playlist. I am on Instagram as Kawana Bear. I have like 5 videos on TikTok, but you can come on over there till everybody moves to Red Note, I guess. And then where else am I? I'm on Facebook under my name, Kalonda Jackson. I'm at Cash App, $Kalonda. And I'm always now at the Bear Cave. Yay!
Yay for the bear cave. So I have some blogs that I'm going to be working on putting together and putting out for the Patreon, and then I also have a vlog that I will be putting out on YouTube. So that's what I'll be doing over here in the lab, and we will be back in 2 weeks. What's that date? Let's see.
Oh no.
February 9th. That's the date, February 9th. So we'll be back on February 9th with another show and more things. The conversation doesn't stop here. So please do continue to comment. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you like. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you drop sunflowers and crayons and ladybugs and blue hearts into the chat. All of those things help us and let us know that you are here with us. Okay. So having said that, I don't have anything else, but also I'm not able to stop the broadcast. So I got to walk over to the other computer. So you got to tell, is there anything you want to say while I do that?
All right, you guys. We love y'all.
All right. Bye, guys.
Oh. See you on the 9th in 2 weeks.